So today I have a meal prep queen in my Oprah voice. Hello everyone, my name is Kim. I am a registered dietitian nutritionist, a certified diabetes educator, and owner of KimRoseDietitian.com. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new, there's some videos below that I do want you to take a look at. So don't be shy, go ahead and look around, familiarize yourself with my channel, with my videos, with my content, and remember to comment, like, and subscribe. For my returning subscribers, welcome. So today I have a meal prep queen in my Oprah voice here with us by the name of Ashley Kitchens. Ashley and I are both registered dietitian nutritionists who adhere to a plant-based diet, and we decided to collaborate to bring to you a video on back to school meal prepping like a queen. So before we get into these specifications of the video, I want Ashley to go ahead and introduce herself to you.
Hey everyone, like Kim said, my name's Ashley. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist. I'm originally from Indiana, but I came down to North Carolina to go to school to be a dietitian, and I haven't left. So I currently live in Durham, North Carolina. I started working out as a dietitian in clinical and now work as a consultant in long-term care facilities, primarily nursing homes. I am also the owner of Plant Center Nutrition, where I promote eating more plants and also meal prepping. I love working out, I love doing CrossFit, I love walking my dogs on these beautiful sunny days when it's not too hot.
So Ashley meal preps on a weekly basis and has this thing down to a science. So Ashley, do you mind explaining to us how you originally got into meal planning and meal prepping?
Thanks, Kim. I started meal prepping in 2016. It took me a little while to find my rhythm, but once I didn't look back. It was recommended to me by someone just as a way to reduce my stress and anxiety throughout the week. I was having a lot of trouble, just being overwhelmed with having to cook every day and going to the grocery store all the time. So when someone recommended it to me and I tried it, it was life-changing. So once I found my groove, my rhythm, I just can't believe I survived a week without it.
Thank you for sharing that with us, because meal planning and meal prepping has been something that I have been personally trying to solidify. And I'm pretty sure others have been trying to solidify this process as well, especially seeing school has just started. So Ashley, do you mind sharing with us the topics that you'll be addressing today?
Absolutely. So we'll be discussing three main topics. The first one being meal planning, so the whole planning process. The second is grocery shopping and how we're going to save money, not spend more money. And the third is meal prepping itself and how you will end up saving time in the kitchen, not spending more time in the kitchen, which is really important.
Great. So let's just jump right into it. So go ahead and tell us, how far in advance do you meal plan and prep?
I'm really always on the lookout for recipes or anything that catches my eye all week long. So whether I'm scrolling through Instagram or flipping through a magazine, I'm kind of always on the lookout for something. But typically I like to have an idea of what my menu looks like 2 to 3 days in advance. So personally, I meal prep on Mondays, and I like to have an idea of what my menu looks like on Fridays. That way I can go grocery shopping and get it all done and enjoy my weekend and get ready to meal prep.
Okay, so a few days ahead, I got it. So what are the benefits, Ashley, of planning a few days ahead?
That's a great question, because I've definitely learned this the hard way. Planning ahead really takes the stress out of having to figure out what I'm gonna have for the week. I found that when I wasn't planning ahead, I was grabbing a lot of convenient foods and spending more money on like impulse buys at the grocery store. Not only that, I would end up going to the grocery store several times a week because I really didn't have a plan in place. With planning out a menu in advance, I'm able to eat a lot healthier because I'm not grabbing those convenient foods. I'm saving money because I'm preparing foods from scratch as opposed to buying them already pre-made. And I'm able to save so much time because I'm not going to the grocery store several times a week, which I used to do way too often. Overall, it's great because if I already have a plan in place, and it's one less decision that I have to worry about from day to day, meal to meal.
So I'm just going to put myself out there, and I'll admit I'm one of the biggest minimalists that you meet. I like to keep it simple. So what advice would you give to someone who's also a minimalist and likes to keep things simple?
Yes, this is great because you really want to keep the process simple. You don't want to overcomplicate it, because when you do, it gets overwhelming and you're not going to want to stick with it if it's overcomplicated. So one of the first things I recommend is finding recipes that contain minimal obscure ingredients. So you don't want to use recipes that contain these crazy ingredients that you're only going to use once and it's just going to waste away in your fridge. Find ingredients that you're going to use over and over again, and recipes that you're familiar with and that are pretty easy to make. Secondly, you want to try and eat a variety of colors. So when you're planning out your meals, like just try and make sure that you're getting a variety of different fruits and vegetables and whole grains, legumes, all that sort of stuff into your meal prep. One of the most important ones is make sure it's going to be delicious. So don't choose meals just because they're really healthy. Like make sure they're going to be healthy and delicious at the same time, because you're going to want to eat these meals. You're going to want to eat these meals for several days in a row and not get sick of it. Also, you really want to choose time-sensitive recipes, so don't choose recipes that are going to take a really long time in the kitchen, because honestly, the less time you can spend in the kitchen, the more time you can spend with your family, your friends, your dogs. Find recipes that are going to be fairly quick and easy and not take a lot of time. And always have a budget in mind, so stick to your grocery list if you can. It's really hard when you go to the grocery store and there's all these amazing new items that you see, but if you can stick to your grocery list, that'll help you stick to your budget as well. Also, buying in bulk can help you save money too.
That's great information, because as summer is ending and we're moving on to fall and winter, it's no fun to spend all of your days in the kitchen. So where do we go from here?
I agree. So first, you really want to figure out what meals it is you're going to plan for the upcoming week. Are you just going to plan breakfast? Are you just going to plan lunch? Are you going to do all 3 meals? So it's up to you and whatever fits your lifestyle best. Everybody's different, so you don't have to do, what your neighbor's doing or anything like that. It really helps to start by taking an inventory of what ingredients you already have on hand. So what's in your pantry, what's in your fridge, your freezer, what's going to expire, what do you need to use sooner than later. That'll kind of help you formulate your grocery list later. So in the meantime, you can do kind of like what I said earlier, where you can flag recipes as you go throughout the week, or you can sit down with your cookbooks or your favorite recipe finding platform and figure out what recipes you want to make for the upcoming week. And don't forget to pick recipes that look delicious, because that's really important. So once you pick your recipes, make sure you figure out how much you need to make, because some recipes only make a couple servings. So if you're going to prep for 5 days, make sure you multiply everything out right, and then you're ready to make your grocery list. And you already know what ingredients you have on hand, so this grocery list is going to come to you so quickly. It's amazing.
I'm eager about the grocery shopping part. Grocery shopping is actually one of my favorite things to do. So what advice would you give to someone to prevent impulse buying?
So for this upcoming meal prep that I'm going to show you, I already had a lot of ingredients on hand, which was really nice. So my grocery list was a bit lighter. So I ended up having to buy a lot of fresh produce and some odds and ends just to kind of fill the gaps for the week. I avoided impulse buying this week by sticking to my grocery list.
All right, so show us what you make with these items.
All right, let's go to my kitchen.
All right, welcome to my kitchen. So this week I planned a baked oatmeal for breakfast, a veggie soba noodle salad for lunches, and a rice and bean burrito bowl for dinners. These are my go-to recipes that are just really quick and easy for me to do. So let's jump right into it. This is my baked oatmeal from my 5-day meal plan. So first we'll do some oats, coconut sugar, baking powder, plant milk, cinnamon, vanilla, applesauce. Quick mix. For lunches, we're gonna do that veggie soba noodle salad, but this week I'm feeling quinoa, so I have it going behind me, and in the meantime, I'm gonna prep some of my vegetables. I'm gonna make the dressing really quick while the quinoa finishes up. Peanut butter, ginger, tamari, maple syrup, garlic powder, sriracha, squeeze of lime, hot water to thin. Perfect. And that's lunches. We're gonna do the rice and bean burrito bowls. I have the rice cooking in my Instant Pot. I have the beans, which I'm gonna use canned this week just to make it easy. And real quick, I'm gonna saute up some chopped spinach and corn with a bunch of spices. So those items will be prepped in advance, and then every day what we'll do is we'll crack open an avocado and dice up some tomatoes, or you can use pico or salsa. And then we can add some hot sauce if you'd like, along with cilantro and green onion left over from lunch if you would like as well. We'll prepare the beans by putting them in a bowl that you can store in the refrigerator. Then we'll add a bunch of taco seasonings and mix it up. And these are good to go for the week. We'll compile everything each night in our bowl, and you can add cheese if you'd like, or tortilla chips, whatever suits your fancy. And that's dinners. All right, what'd you guys think? Those recipes are pretty easy, right? It took me about 90 minutes to prep breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the entire week, so I'm super pumped about that.
All right from the meal prep queen herself. This is amazing information. Thank you for sharing that with us, Ashley. So if you guys are interested in Ashley's free meal prep guide, there's going to be a link of it in my description box below, so make sure that you check it out.
Thank you so much, Kim, for having me, and thank you everybody for watching. You can follow me on Instagram at PlantCenteredPrep, or you can go to my website, plantcenterednutrition.com, and you can even download a free 5-day meal plan which contains all the recipes that I just made. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kim.